The world's financial doom and gloom hasn't stopped a new competitor from entering the 21st century space race. India has launched its first mission to the moon.
3, 2, 1, 0, +1.
Yes,
+2.
the vehicle has lifted off.
It was a smooth blast-off for the unmanned spacecraft. Scientists clapped and cheered as they tracked the ascent on computer screens. The chief goal of the two-year mission is to compile a 3D map of the moon. Well, joining us is the national science correspondent and host of CBC Radio's Quirks and Quarks, Bob McDonald. Okay. Is it getting sexier to go to the moon again?
Well, Peter, it seems to be sexy if you're an Asian country, because India has now joined China and Japan, who already have robots going around the moon right now, in an effort to go back there and survey it in exquisite detail. And it's funny, you know, we went to the moon in the 60s, but there's still a lot we don't know about it, because in the 60s, they went to the middle of the moon, but we don't know what's over the north and south poles, which is what this one's going to do. I have some animation. If we can roll that, I'll show you. Right now, it's going around the Earth in a parking orbit, but it will soon leave Earth orbit, take 8 days to get to the moon. It carries 6 instruments on board, and it's going to go around the moon really, really close. It's only going to be 100 kilometers above the surface. And some of the instruments are from other countries. 2 of them are from the US, a couple are from Europe. And it's going to photograph the surface in 3D detail, as you mentioned, but it also has a radar that can look under the surface. And they're looking for ice at the South Pole. That's a big one. And they're also hoping to find minerals. They think there are things like titanium, iron, and magnesium on the moon. And if we're going to go there and build colonies, it would be nice to live off the land, but we got to know the lay of the land, where those things really are. So that's what this is all about.
Is Asia taking over the space race?
Well, it seems to. I mean, the U.S. is sort of caught in the International Space Station, retiring their shuttles. It's going to be a while before they go to the moon, and they're thinking more about people to the moon. Whether or not they can afford to do that, I don't know. So China talked about putting people there. I think it's going to be very close to see who gets there next.
Will we find out what it's made of?
Well, yeah, we'll finally find out what it's made of, but we've come a long way since we thought it was green cheese.
All right, Bob, thanks very much.
Okay, Peter.
The CBC science correspondent, Bob McDonald. Much more still ahead tonight. Coming up, a plan